How do you become a trans-vaccinated person?
So you don't have to go through any hormone treatments or hormone blockers, and you don't even have to take the vaccines or any booster shots. Just like how transsexuals can transform, all you have to do is change your status on your government documentations. Just like how you can change your gender for your birth certificate or your driver license, you can also change your status for your vaccine passport.
Alright. Shit, man. Alright, so and I just wanted to give a little explanation on what I think is going on right now, because I've been around a bit, I've been around a while, and I have to say that you humans are really taking everything a little bit too far. Like it's just not fair for everybody else, right? Like, I mean, hypothetically speaking, it seems like there's enough oxygen going around where, people aren't just dying, right? It's not like people are just dropping left and right like flies. That would be insane, because, people would actually be still dying today. And I'm not saying that people didn't die, right? Like this whole virus thing just seems awful. It really does. But, the one thing about viruses is that they only get stronger. It's not like this is, I guess, gonna go away anytime soon. But, why don't they make cigarettes illegal? They're doing all these things with the vaccine and everything, but if you get vaccinated, you could still possibly spread this. It doesn't make any sense. But, when you smoke cigarettes...
Concern me. So should people be wearing something that protects their eyes as well as a mask?
Right. Sanjay, it's interesting. You sneeze and it's a headline. I was talking to a group of teachers, and one of the teachers made the comment that they asked, can the virus enter through the eye? Because some of their teachers were seeing people on television. And my response was, well, certainly, if you have an eye shield and you'd like to wear it, it could help, because virus could enter through the eye. That's not a recommendation that everybody should be wearing an eye shield.
Okay, because I was about to start searching, looking for eye shields. Okay.
It could help because virus could enter through the eye. That's not a recommendation because virus could enter through the eye.
You're blowing, your oxygen out into the fucking air. So, I mean, technically, anyone that decides to smoke one of these would be just killing people. And I mean, that's not to say that nicotine isn't killing people already. I mean, it definitely is, but that's a different subject. But with everything going on, it just makes no sense. You have all these venues, right? All these venues are like, oh, you need to have a proof of vaccination or a negative test to go into a venue with a bunch of crowded individuals, and literally having to have masks on but not be able to, like, I don't know, enjoy yourself, really? I mean, come on, there's festivals going on. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on with multiple people where it doesn't matter now if you're vaccinated or you're not, because it turns out people are still catching it, right? There are these breakthrough cases. It makes no sense. And of course, it's not like the artists are wearing them. It's not like the artists are up there, like, actually, I don't know, wearing masks. Oh yeah, they're separated, but that's no different. Of course we have to see their faces. We just can't have them up there covering their faces. It's the same thing with the news. I had a funny thought when the news had, when the lockdown had first happened and the news was discussing the lockdown and telling everybody to stay inside. You notice the news anchors weren't wearing their masks. The news anchors weren't leading by example. You had Fauci saying, you don't need to wear face masks even though this can get into your eyes. I mean, it made no sense. It's just like, what? But you're saying we have to wear masks? I don't remember voting in Fauci in my time of voting, which wasn't that much until I started paying attention to what people were voting on, which I know is many of you. Many of us are, we grew up out of high school and we decided to take charge, or we decided to not take charge. And I mean, I don't know, the minute Disneyland reopened, I knew that this shit was done, okay? I'm just gonna say that the first wave, yes, the first wave was bad. Because it was a new virus. It was something that we were not expecting, so we of course didn't have experts on it. Second wave comes. Yes, it took a lot more people, a lot of more older people. But that was the thing, there were older people who had pre-existing conditions and stuff, and it was very unfortunate. Now, any wave after that, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm outside and I'm breathing and like everything seems like it's okay. It's pretty creepy, you know? But again, I see people smoking cigarettes and I'm like, wait a minute. And you know, you put your mask down to smoke it, or you'd be like me and you have a zipper mask, you know, and you'd be able to smoke with your mask on. But it's just ridiculous. And then you have the guys, I'm sorry, that have them, and then they, you know, come on, bruh, come on. And then you have stadiums, all these stadiums are filled, people watching games. You have Obama throwing parties with 700 plus people. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep asking the trees, you know, I keep trying to see. They're still producing oxygen, so maybe he's just got a lot of trees. Maybe he's just got a lot of trees in his house, and he's just able to have a lot of people because the trees just keep producing fresh oxygen that he just doesn't have to really worry about anything. But anyway, I just find a lot of this virus stuff is hypocritical. But I'm gonna make some volumes, okay? I'm gonna make some volumes on this. This is gonna be volume 1. But there will be more volumes to come, and hopefully I will have other people on it discussing what they feel or how they feel about it. I mean, let's not even talk about stores and restaurants, being inside of a restaurant with your mask on. You got to bring it down to eat. So everyone in that restaurant at that point in time, whether you're inside or outside, that's it. But, you know, I will be able to discuss more on this and actually get into the nitty gritty and maybe talk to some, you know, locals and random people along the way. Make those videos where people are like inside the mall or whatever. I don't know. But again, thank you for watching. This has been the Craigley Lawrence Experience. And I'm not a doctor, but I do identify as the doctor. My pronouns are Time Lord. But I would consider myself the 12th and a half doctor, you know, the one after Capaldi. And then I just didn't last long because I'm black, you know, so I immediately became a woman, which was cool, but it's not as cool. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you on the other side.
Has been, well, you don't put someone in danger like what New York City's doing right now. If you're vaccinated, you can go do shit. If you're not vaccinated, you can't. So the idea is that we get to participate in society because we're not putting people at risk. That is simply not true according to their own data. You can get other people sick and you can spread it. If the vaccine worked like you claim that it would, well, you wouldn't even be worried about unvaccinated people because you're protected, right? It's almost if it's not. I don't want to get into that. All I'm saying is that there's multiple studies that show this to be the fact. Yet we still allow these quacks to have these conversations as if they can't spread it. But you can. So this whole pandemic of the unvaccinated is bullshit. Now, if you wanted to go a route of, well, these people might get sick and they might get severely sick if they don't get the vaccine, because that's what it amounts to, is a symptom mitigator. But that's the risk for them. That's the risk for them to assume. And now y'all firing doctors for not being vaccinated. Look, y'all got to retire that too. We're not trying to hear that. But mainly, on a serious note, this pandemic of the unvaccinated is something that you need to shut the hell up about because you can spread it. There's multiple studies showing that you can spread it. And then we have, of course, studies coming from out of Israel suggesting that people that don't get it and recovered, which is 99% of most people that get this, by the way, that get it and that don't get the vaccine but get COVID and recover, seems like their immunity is going to be better off than you getting your triple fucking booster shot, I don't know, later this year. Just shut up.